That's cool. Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna lower this a little bit. Thank you, your Diximal? Your Diximal. Yeah, thank you, your Diximal. Thank you for talking chat. Hey, how are you doing, man? I hope you're having a good time. It's a cool Shinryu fight arena. That's all you need to know. That's all you're ever gonna get to know, ever. Okay.
Are you alright?
Honestly, Nidhogg was a lot more impactful, but that was still pretty cool.
Xenos.
And now you kill him. And now you kill him, right? And now we kill him.
The hunter has indeed become the hunted.
Okay.
And yet, there is only joy. Transcendent joy that I have never known. How invigorating, how pure this feeling.
A special boy in a special bed of flowers.
Is that what this was all about? All the meaningless death and destruction? So you could feel something?
Yeah, pretty much, at least.
Meaningless. Men die that others may live. Those who survive are stronger for it. Not that you could ever understand. To have stood upon this great stage of fools. To have played my part to perfection. Oh, this moment, let it be enshrined in eternity. My heart beating out of time, so clear, so vivid, so real, so real.
Wait. Oh?
Coward! Stop!
No, use the knife blade, knife blade, knife blade, knife blade, knife blade.
Farewell, my first friend. My enemy.
Frenemies? Oh, he's fine.
Where is he?
It's kind of hard to miss.
He's dead. By his own hand.
Then justice has been done.
He died Disney style. Yeah.
There's no justice in that rabid animal's end.
I pointed out to Tataki that yeah, you watch a Disney movie, most of the time the villains, they don't die by the hero's hand. They die by their own flaws or something stupid that they do. Because you can't have the villain you can't have the hero kill somebody. That'd be weird. That'd be awful. That wouldn't be heroic. Yeah, Disney death. Absolutely.
Liberty or death. That so many should be forced to take up this creed to defeat such madness.
We won. Forget him. The living have need of us now.
Stand tall, Lys. Now is the time to raise a cheer for all who fought for freedom. A cheer loud enough to carry to the highest heavens.
Meanwhile, welcome to where we're murdering left, right, and center, and no stop murder justice train. There's no brakes on this murder train. Boom! Just every bump on the way. Every bump on the way is a splatter. It's a red coat of paint.
You're right. Thank you. Without you... well, you know.
Great words, Fleece. Great job with words.
So let's do it together. For Alamigo!
Oh, hey, it's that guy! Hey! Thank God he's alive. He's cool. Now, just go stab the body like 20 more times. Just make sure. Make sure he's dead. Just like a couple more, like right in the gut. Just, you know, for security, double tap. You know, zombie rules, like, yeah. Then how the fuck is he in? I know he's an Endwalker, unfortunately. Like, it's hard to avoid that spoiler. How? I guess I'll find out. Hey boy, hey girl. Hey Brick. Look at this cavalcade of colors. Wow. Xenostick, not small. Xenostick is apparently as long as his swords that he had. I want Lisa to just trip and fall. Be like, oh, sorry. Oh, now we're getting the national anthem. Everyone stand for the Alamigan national anthem. Cringe time. Oh, cringe time. Everyone stand for the cringe. Everyone stand for the cringe. Everyone. This feels like an Olympics event right now or something, you know, some highly produced government propaganda. Why was Lisa in the front like she did something?
In crimson it began, and in crimson it ended. And then we were free.
And the empty bird that... No, Gasetsu. God damn it.
But what
Haha,
is
you
freedom,
lost.
really?
Heh, you lost. Go to jail. Go to jail. Bye. Go to jail. That's it, right? That's the main MSQ. Alright. Wow. So, I've heard that... Well, I guess I'll wait till, like, the scroll happens, and then I'll call it after I give my thoughts on, everything thus far. You know. That's the main Stormblood done, yeah.
We may be free to live, to love.
I beat Asmongold.
To grow old.
He'll have this done within like a week, I bet.
Dreams and desires.
Took me like months. He'll do it in a week because he's just has more
But
time.
in the end, we're defined by the legacy our forefathers bequeathed to us.
I've heard the post is really good. I'm looking forward to the post.
Xenos was once a baby in the cradle, innocent and pure. He was made into a creature that lived only for death, not born one.
In the hardest dungeon of all of FF14. Really? Huh.
20 years of Imperial rule have left Alamigo torn and bleeding. It won't be easy to heal a generation's worth.
I need to go to
of
bed after
wounds
this because I do have
to
work
bridge
at
the gap.
in like 4 hours,
But I won't
so
give up, Papalino.
I do need to take a nap
won't.
before that. The burn, literally impossible. Well, knowing the name of the dungeon is going to spoil it for me.
Because I remember the price of freedom. I remember the smoke, and the ashes, and the blood. I remember the screams, and the silence. And I'll do whatever it takes to honor their sacrifice, to build a home for us all. I promise you.
So this is why people don't like Lise. I understand. I get it. I get why people don't like this character. Purge. That one's always been a white fest. It's a brand new area not mentioned before. Oh, well, I don't know what it means. Purge. Thank you, Dan.
The end of the imperial province of Alamigo, and the rebirth of Alamigo, the free nation. Long may she endure.
Okay. Credits. Credits. Songbird is playing. Huh. Okay, there we go. Stormblood. I understand why people dislike it, but I also am at the conclusion that it doesn't deserve the hate that it got, or it's getting. I was told that the post is better. I was told the post is better than that whole deal, so I'm looking forward to that, because I know, like, from here on up, the game is just like, the story is like from here on out. That's what I know. So I'm looking forward to all that. But I definitely did feel like the slog for a couple of things. I was like, man, this feels like side content. I don't really like this part. Not a fan of this part, not a fan of this part. I would say Lise, I think, is the biggest flaw of this in terms for me. Yeah. I like Slumber's playing on Lami, by the way. Primal Gang, woot. Oh, hey, Primal Gang, woot. I feel like people would like Lise a bit more if she was written a bit better and had more screen time used to develop her. Yeah, Dapper, you're hitting the point. I think Lise is the biggest flaw with this expansion because, now that I know that there was 2 writers, it makes sense why it was kind of disjointed. But it felt like she was getting reset sometimes. The lessons she should have learned and taken. Like Alphino had an arc in Heaven's War where he made a mistake. He was down on himself, he learned from it, and then throughout the expansion you saw him get better and improve as a person. And with Lise, she's making mistakes, she's learning about her people, learning what they suffer through, and then just kind of resets and cycles. And and that really did kind of annoy me, because like you should already be developing a bit. You should show more character growth, but you're not, and that was bothering me. Let me scroll up. Hold up. I feel like people like this. Yeah, it's an retrospective thing for me. As I said, I liked it after I thought about it a bit afterwards. The expansion was also supposed to be two expansion stories smashed into one, causing pacing issues. The pacing issues are big, yeah, and you see them mainly throughout how Lise develops. I would feel, because definitely the Kugen part. And the Doma part is way stronger than the Alamigan part. I will absolutely agree. The world building is nice. I liked all the world building. That's what kept me invested. Like someone like getting to see the steps and the Zayla stuff and learning about that. That was really cool for me. And just like the different cultures, that was really really cool. So I don't understand the make a storyline. I agree. If you like the combat, the raids from here on out and the trials are absolutely amazing. Oh, yeah, I know this is like the last lull until like it just shoots up in quality, so I'm looking forward to the rest. Yeah, apparently Alamiga and Doma supposed to originally be separate expansion, but they decided to merge them. Well, like, I'd say like that wouldn't... The merging, yeah, it definitely does feel like you kind of just cobbled these two stories on top of each other because of what we already saw. Like, maybe there just wasn't enough communication between the two teams. But, yeah. Because obviously there's some good bits in there. Just communication was the issue, I'd feel. You know? I'll say again, I will not be joining for the Stormblood raid because I hate them. That's fine, Baron. Thank you for helping me out with the other stuff. Thank you for helping me kill Xenos. But you should really do them, or else you'll start the or else you can't start the Shadowbringer relics. I'm going to do them. I am going to do them. I'm gonna do the same thing I did last time with Heaven's Ward, where I mispronounced it again. Man, I'm sorry. I'm gonna say what I do with Heaven's Ward, where I'll make a list of the things I need to do before I move on to Shadowbringers, which is like the raids, the hard dungeons, all the trials, you know, all that extra stuff, the story. I'll do all that before I move on to Shadowbringers, like I did last time. I'm sorry, Dan, I mispronounced it again. Kugane. The dome part is well done. Yes, I agree, Auron. The dome part was really well done. And the meta doggo mount. There's a doggo mount? Also didn't help that in the lead up to the expansion, they did a lot of PR about how players are going to war, and that there would be a big war, and the X-Pack didn't feel like that at all. It just felt like you were gathering factions to fight. It didn't. They had like little skirmishes, but it wasn't like a giant battle at times. Like, you know. Also, solo, ho 100%. I don't know what solo ho means. Yeah, that's, if they advertise it as that, that's, yeah. It does, I didn't get that feeling from that. Because a lot of times you're doing infiltration stuff. Yeah, it definitely felt like there was just more filler stuff that didn't really build up to anything. Like, in Heaven's Ward, there's like those little parts where you're kind of off the beaten path of the main story and doing stuff. But it all still feels really important at times. This one, the side stuff was just to build up people and, like, their struggles and tell the story of what was going on, which was fine. But, like, the snake stuff, like, was out of nowhere. I was like, whoa, Lady of Bliss, it's a cool fight, big booba, I'm fine with that. But it was, like, left field, out of nowhere. I was like, oh, we're doing a trial. Whatever the, Revelry guy, Susano or something. Him coming out of nowhere makes sense with his personality and how he is like, he's a mischievous spirit. Him just coming out of nowhere and doing shit makes sense to me. Because everyone was surprised they addressed it. But the Bliss one was just like, oh, here we are, doing this. Yeah, it felt like, and with Urion J coming up with his little devices, like, yeah, they wrote themselves to a corner, and they had to have some kind of, like, how do we fix this? Oh, let's just bring in, you know, the walking, you know, nerd to come and fix the solution. So, yeah, there's definitely moments you can see it feels like it's not as tightly written nearly as much as Heaven's Ward, but there are cool ideas in here. And I've been told that the Stormblood post patches save it. So I'm looking forward to getting to those, because I feel like that's gonna take a lot of stuff that maybe I had issues with and maybe just kind of refine it a little bit more. Yeah, what else am I missing? To talk about. I can see why I couldn't finish the Dragoon quest, because instead you had to come up and do like that one super heroic move and stop the sex cannon from firing again. Villains. Fordola is a little brat. She was a minor villain that I don't think should have gotten like as much play as she did, but you know, she did. Gwen was a fun side villain that was really fun, kind of rival coming back and just doing dumb shit. Like, it worked for him. For her, it didn't work so much. I kind of just didn't like her as a character. Like, I didn't like her, not because she was a villain, but because I just like, okay, you're just kind of, I don't know, you make really weird sense. I didn't like her that much. She was like trapped in a situation and was just turned fully to the dark side, for lack of a better term, to make the best of it. But I think she was the weakest out of the villains. I would definitely say Xenos was a simple villain in terms of motivation, but his presentation, I think, saved him. He's a simple villain. I want to fight. Okay, that's cool. but the way he was presented and the way he carried himself, I think saved that simple motivation and made him more interesting to watch and like see. And that was cool. So yeah, I thumbs up with villain. Yosetsu, I think she was my favorite villain of the expansion, just because she had more layers going on. And it's that moment at the end, like whenever she got crushed, I was like, ooh, I kind of feel for you. I kind of understand what you were doing and where you're coming from, more than Fordola, but you still gotta go. It was a sad type of thing. So yeah. Let's see. Content-wise, though, Stormblood is the richest expansion of all of them at launch. Eureka? I don't know what Eureka is. I'll find out. And all the optional dungeons and the quality of the tribes and trial fights, Heaven on High. So that's HOH, Heaven on High. I think it was the start of the Asgardian Restoration. Sadu best character. I think Sadu is hilarious. I like Sadu. I think Sadu's pretty fucking cool. And it's like their whole tribe was like, this is a good, like, you know, almost like has this kind of trans feel to it, and it's like a very positive message about, yeah, like, yeah, you know, you are who you are, no matter what body you are. It kind of had a feeling of that, where they're just secure with who they are, and that was kind of nice. It was a very interesting tribe too. I wish there was more tribes to explore. Yosetsu, yeah. People call Sadu Chadu. Yeah, Sadu's Chad. Sadu's tribe commits genocide regularly. They're fighters. They're warriors. They're cool dudes. If you lived in that area and all you know was fighting, you'd fight a bunch too. I mean, they have that yearly thing. They have to fight. You know, that's what they know. Yeah, Fordola and Yosetsu are both victims of circumstances. Yeah, I guess that's why Fordola kind of didn't hit me as hard. Because, like, you're doing this with Yosetsu, but you did this better with Yosetsu. So, I guess that's why I was leaning more towards her being, you know, cool. What else? What am I trying to think of here? I wish Roban got more play. You know? He's always cool. Roban's really cool. I'm happy Pippin got his other sword. That's cool. Okay, you can do the tribe quest now. You beat base Stormblood. Hell yeah. Looking forward to that. I'll skip the rest. I don't want to hear the Ala Mhigan national anthem. Oh, fuck. I saw the flowers.